Hi, I'm Lynn Poling, one of the founders of Jesus Place. In my freshman year at Atlanta Christian College, Georgia Carnati, a fellow student, asked me if I would accompany her to Atlanta's Hippie Street to witness. Georgia had had a dream in which she was walking down the street carrying a big tray of food, which she was giving out to people. When we went, we didn't actually have any food with us, but we did carry a big sign which read, "Free Food." And we invited people back to the room we had rented. There we fed everyone who showed up and shared the gospel with them. Our effort grew to include several other people. Among these were my sister, Donna Knoll, as well as Don and Fern Genties and their son Lee, all of whom were also students at Atlanta Christian College. Early in our effort, an area preacher showed up with several members of his congregation and boxes of canned goods. That preacher was Jim Vernon. The ministry quickly outgrew the one room we had rented. Within the year, we had moved the operation to a duplex on, I think, 16th Street. The duplex gave us room to really grow, and soon the dining area was packed out every time we opened the doors. We continued to canvass the streets, of course, offering people a hot meal and a safe place to relax and talk for a few hours. We quickly discovered that hippies and drug addicts weren't the only people on Atlanta's streets. We also dealt with prostitutes, runaways, and winos, just to name a few. At one point, a witches' coven rented the other side of our duplex. That made for some very interesting conversations. The ministry has welcomed all kinds of people from the very beginning. One time, while we were passing out tracts, a policeman stopped Jim Vernon, demanding an explanation for his presence there. Jim explained our mission, and at the end of the conversation, the policeman offered his hand, and he said, "This is great! You get 'em from your side, and we'll get 'em from ours." Working at Jesus Place has had a lifelong impact on me. For over 40 years, my husband and I have evangelized in Hong Kong and in China. One of the ministries our Hong Kong church is involved in is feeding people at a nearby park every Sunday afternoon. These are primarily poor people from the area, but sometimes we get the occasional drug addict among them. While participating in this ministry, I have often been reminded of the early days of Jesus Place. I am amazed and gratified by the ministry Jesus Place has grown into. It's a great blessing that Jim Vernon had the courage and wisdom to combine his vision with George's and mine, and that he had the backing of his family and so many volunteers to guide this ministry into what it has become today. I'm reminded of a song by Steve Green called "The Mission." In it, he says, "Across the street or around the world, the mission's still the same. Proclaim and live the truth in Jesus' name." That's the challenge I have for each of you. Live for Jesus where you are, wherever that may be, and see how God blesses you and those to whom you minister.